Hi everybody, it's Big Red, and we're going over the latest offering from Battlefront today. So we are looking at Devils and Dogs. This is the latest campaign book that has been put out for Flames of War. This is a late war book, and let's take a look at some of the basics on it. First things first, we have a late war book, as I said, right there. We are looking at an 80-page full-color book. This one is softcover. It's one of kind of the smaller format, not the big, huge, giant, hundreds of pages hardcover ones like you get with East Front and North Africa. And let's go through it. This book, Devils and Dogs, is all based on the breakout at Anzio. So it's part of the Italian campaign, May 1944, as we see right here. And this is pretty much the big. This is the covers the period of time where the initial Allied invasions of Italy are starting, and it's throwing up two pretty elite forces on the opposing sides. On the Allied side, you're going to be doing the 3rd Infantry Division on the American side, and the 1st Special Service Forces, which is a pretty interesting army list. And up against them is going to be the elite Hermann Goering divisions. So let's kind of give you the basics. How this book breaks down is you basically have, as you see in lots of these campaign books, you have 10 pages right on the front, which is, as you can tell, it's the history of the campaign and how it all went down from the original landings all the way out to Monte Cassino and all the kind of the core of the Italian campaign. You get some nice pages over here, and then we start to hit the actual army lists. After you're done with the fluff pages, you get the fluff pages, the background pages. You get 80 pages of the actual army list, which is pretty much the entire book. So as an example, here's the 3rd Infantry Division. They have special rules listed, and then you get their army list. This is the same new style format that we're seeing out of Battlefront these days, with all of the very nicely color-coded, very easy to understand. You have how you build the army, how it's laid out. You get each of these boxes kind of translates over here to these boxes where you get to see what actual units are involved and how much they cost and any options. And you get all those guys. So we kind of go through that list really quickly. Get these really nice sections on background and painting. And then you hit the 1st Special Service Force, and this is a really crazy list for you guys who are Flames of War players. This is a mostly infantry list, as you can kind of tell from there's a little bit of backup armor, but you have some pretty amazing infantry in here. These Special Service Force platoons, these guys have all of these special rules. So these guys do things like they re-roll failed motivation tests. They hit on 2 pluses in assault and have anti-tank rating 3. They have mission tactics. They just have, and it goes on and on and on. These are some pretty tough guys right here. They don't have a huge amount of really heavy support, but it's a pretty mean infantry list. All of them are fearless trained. So there's that. Now let's take a look at the. We'll go quickly through that. We'll take a quick look at the Axis side of this campaign book. You get some general ideas here on how to use the different forces, and then you get a whole bunch of different Hermann Goering Division lists. You get Panzer companies. It goes all the way through Panzer Grenadiers, Aufklärung squadrons, which are reconnaissance squadrons. There's several of those, and these army lists also are, in general, they're pretty tough guys, confident veterans, as you'd expect, and they get some pretty interesting special rules too. They can do things like certain of their tanks have really neat abilities, like they can drive forward and deploy concertina wire during the game, so they can kind of instantly on the fly throw up obstacles and defenses, which is pretty neat. And we get through all of those things. That takes us to the standard end. You get all the arsenal, all their stats. You get a painting guide on the Germans. There you go. That's the whole book. Dogs and Devils. Don't have a price on this right now. Has about 7 German army lists in it. Has about 4 Allied army lists in it. And that is due out on May 15th. And we'll talk to you guys later.